Trying to get Nicki Minaj. J-Rock ain't gonna let you slide. Dory ain't gonna let you slide. You king of the city. I don't wanna be a big fish in a small pond. Trying to get across that water. I need fans in Vietnam. If you gotta hustle, but you can't stick to the grind, you wasting your time. I need a double a verse. I do it before FaceTime before I get to the club. Look at the line. Money ain't changed my heart, but I'm smarter. I guess it changed my mind. And I take care of my in prison. Don't think it's safe inside. I got that check to go. A lot of these was lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No call. For real. I want that call.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On first down, Darnold. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now it's Darnold. And he's got his man Hilton. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Off of play action, Darnold rolling to his right. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From the 50, it's Darnold. And he's got Lockett. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Travis Rudolph, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. Now it's Duke Johnson here on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And they'll go on the ground. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it is incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Fights loose and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Detroit! Detroit! Hey. Got three. Three down. Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw, Darnold. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Lockett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now the punter, who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. Now here's Johnson. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
So on 4th down, here's Brad Nortman on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And the Jets set to take the field. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. A give. This is Kamara. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Patriots have it. Not the trend you wanted to start the season with. A fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now, 3rd and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Patriots are back within a score. And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now a first carry for Isaiah Crowell. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And that is incomplete. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kevin Pierre-Louis in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. New England on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They'll drop the throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They find some open field here. He will not go down.
Have to retake those ankles.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. You bring your tight end over there. Either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
A good pickup there at 22.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Here's Darnold. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be some. Someone there, and sure enough, this one's going the other way.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Give him 30 yards there. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Set. 319. 319. Detroit. Detroit.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. On the slant, he gets it to Gronkowski. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Gun. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. Detroit.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Going for the deep ball. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's Brad Nordman now as he's on to punt for New England. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. And now out come the Jets. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Blue 90! Blue 90!
They begin with a run by Crowell. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And now running right through it. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So the Patriots coming out now. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. To play here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's taken down. back at his own 7. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Nortman on the kick as he sends it away. And taken at the 46. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get T.Y. Hilton, nobody to beat, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. T.Y. Hilton, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Now the punter, who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere. But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Looking to throw. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now they'll run it on the toss, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's Brad Nortman now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game, because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. He's got daylight. He's at the 50, the 40. He's at the 30. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. After the interception, here's Darnold. An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Following the field goal on his Locke Edwards to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And now out come the Patriots. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
Set. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete on the deep ball. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They keep it on the ground. White again. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. He was looking for Gronk that time. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Here we go.
To throw is Darnold. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And here we go on 4th. Darnold. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And the 2015 first-round pick, Malcolm Brown, brings him down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Again, it's Kamara. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Jets on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Following the field goal on is Locke Edwards to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as sails over the end line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. First throw here for the backup Taylor. Out to his left. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. And that'll bring up second down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw. Unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Taylor forced out to his left. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Dylan Donahue in there to drop it for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Brad Nordman now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it. It's Taylor escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
Running with Kamara. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Crowell. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll try to run for it with Crowell. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The decision for Todd Bowles, and he says let's go for it on 4th down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. He's got Lockett. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Now it's Darnold. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Boswell for the extra point. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Patriots offense now, they worked their way back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And it'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Ready. Flag 32. Flag 32. Z, 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 Z. Z, 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 Z.
Here's Taylor. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Z, 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 Z. Z, 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 Z.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Z, 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 Z. Z, 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 Z.
2nd and 10, it's Taylor again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Right there, 54, right there, right there. 54 right. Slow, slow, slow.
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. New England on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, 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 hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down. Check, check. Slow, slow, slow.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Jets on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
We got three, fellas, we got three. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Z. Under. Watch the whip.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Buying time to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor, eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
To throw on 3rd down, Taylor. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this 4th quarter. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Ready. 319. 319.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flushed out right. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Two jet. Z. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Z. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
Now Taylor on 1st down. Steps away to his left. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Z. 58, right
Now Taylor to throw on second down. Being chased out left. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Okay, just like that. Just like
Throwing now, Taylor on first down. Taylor hit. He lost the football. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 44. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And this Jets offense continues to pour it on. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now the punter, who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. Here comes Johnson on the return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
58 to the line. 58.
On first down, it's Taylor. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Ready. Flag 32. Flag 32.
Here we go. Deuce.
Slow. Z.
Play action. Now Taylor. They'll roll him out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Kevin Pierre-Louis in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Third and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Third and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack.
Z.
Check. Watch before. Here we go.
Now Taylor. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. On the move to his left. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. A first down carry now for Crowell. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Again, it's Crowell. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Jets on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be third and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. Now they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now here's Johnson. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard. Now Taylor. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete.
As crazy as it seems, this is something you should expect. Long passes downfield that get tipped in the air.
Yeah, this is what keeps the DBs up at night, though, these types of plays.
Drives them crazy because you actually practice it. It's called the tip drill. You're supposed to tip it up, and if it is up in the air, go get it. Instead, the offensive guy pulled it down.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.
Thicker the pie, thicker the bag. Meet 'em a buying, at least in no game.